Welcome everyone, today we have a special guide for Diablo 4. In this video, what's going to happen is, we're going to have a look at one of the latest tricks to reset and also infinitely use your Nightmare Dungeon sigils. That's right, let me show you guys what exactly happens, and this is actually pretty crazy. So over here, I have just opened a Nightmare sigil for the Allure Wood, which is a tier 53, I think level 107 or 106 dungeon, and I'll be going to this dungeon. Now fast forwarding a little bit, you can see here I'm fighting level 107 monsters, and those monsters actually gives me tons of experience. So what is happening is, you can use a special method to reset this dungeon, this Nightmare Dungeon, for level 107 and keep it this way. So what that means is, you can continuously farm the dungeon that you wanted to go with the highest level you can design. So you can scale a dungeon from level 95, because they're fixed at level 95, right? But you can turn this one into level 107, 130, 120, any level you decide with your sigil, and keep it this way. Now this is pretty crazy, right? So what I do is, at the end of the video, I'll show you guys the entire replay. So what you want to do is, you don't want to complete the Nightmare Dungeon. You actually want to stop at the part of the Nightmare Dungeon, and then you're going to use this special trick. Now what you do is, you use the emote function to exit the dungeon this way, so it doesn't leave a teleportation portal behind. And once you exit the dungeon, let me show you guys what happens. Once you exit the dungeon, you want to go to any of the dungeons you can. And here I decide to go to Demon's Wake. So over here you can see I'm traveling to Demon's Wake because this is a dungeon that is close by to the town portal, and also I know this dungeon very much, right? Because I've been farming this dungeon. So what we're doing is, we're not completing the Nightmare Dungeon, and then we're going to reset it using this special trick. Now once you go into any of the dungeons, you want to complete the first part of the dungeon, and that's it. But you can complete more part of the dungeon if you want to farm this dungeon. For example, for the Demon's Wake, I can also complete the second part for additional experience, because this is where the experience comes from. The first part, I have to destroy 2 of the salmon effigies. And as you guys can see over here, I have found the second effigy. I'll fast forward a little bit just to show you guys the method. And once I destroy both, I can stay in this dungeon to farm the experience that is provided, or I can teleport back to my Nightmare Dungeon. So let me show you guys over here. So over here, you can see me running back to Nightmare Dungeon. I have just reset it. And let me show you guys what happens when I come into the dungeon. My friend, he always asking whether he want to play with me. So here you can see this Nightmare Dungeon sigil has been completely resetted. All my revives are back, and also this is the same tier 53 dungeon that is resetted. So what that means is, you can be farming some of the best dungeons in the game using one sigil. You don't have to keep looking for the best sigils. With one sigil, you can continuously to farm your favorite dungeons to get tons of experience. Because the experience of the monsters in this dungeon, it is scaled towards the level of the tier. So here I'm fighting 107 monsters at level 98, which gives me tons of experience. Now do be in mind, of course guys, this particular method is focused on getting more experience and also more loot from the dungeon. You will not be getting the completion reward for the Nightmare Dungeons, which is leveling up your glyph. So this is not a method to do for your glyphs, but this is a method to continuously farm one dungeon that you want to be really good. Now let's have a look at what are some of the dungeons you can be farming using this method. So you can see over here, I'm still at the reset Allure Wood over here, and I can continue to play this one for 107 level monsters. So what are some of the good dungeons you can be resetting to be farming for this one? Well, one of the most common ones you want to find is going to be Demon's Wake. This is the one I was farming experience for level 95 dungeons. Now I can do this for level 100, 120 dungeons for more experience using this method. And over here, today we have just posted a video on the latest dungeon, and that is going to be Haunted Refuge. This is the same dungeon similar to the Demon's Wake. The second part is going to be Slay All. You do not want to slay all. You slay just enough so you don't complete the dungeon, then you reset using this method. And finally, another similar dungeon is going to be Uda's Cave. You can use this method to reset the dungeons without completing it. Now there's also other dungeon we have mentioned about, it is the Serical Caverns. This is a nice one as well. You can be farming the spiderlings over here. And I do believe the blind burrows are not bad as well if you guys are going for farming. So if you find any of those 5 dungeons or 6 dungeons, you can be farming this for a lot of experience using this reset method for your Nightmare sigils. Now if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of Diablo 4 related topics and also videos and also guides. We'll be looking to the top meta builds, non-meta builds, leveling up, and also Paragon tricks. We're also looking to the latest events and also official updates, and also changes to different characters and also different builds in the game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also turn the notification on, because a lot of you who are watching the videos have not subscribed. You can see 80% of the viewers who are watching our videos have not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the latest update for Diablo 4. So what I do now is I provide you guys with a full testing replay of how to use this method and how I was resetting the lure rules with only one sigil. So make use of this one before this gets nerfed. You should be subscribing for more tips like this, right? I'll be looking for more tips, more guides, and also more builds for level 100 very soon for you guys.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. ready yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Don't have enough fury. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that here.
Now, in case you guys didn't know, I'll be live streaming on Twitch again, and I have just started. So make sure to come over to the links below to join us on Twitch Live to say hi, maybe ask me questions or share any tips with the viewers. And while you're here, make sure you follow. And if you do have your Twitch Prime, this is a really good time to use your Twitch Prime over here, supporting us with Twitch Prime. And yes, guys, join us as I test build for Diablo, and also join us as you play the game and also farm the game. So stay a while and also listen. We'll also be doing some giveaways and also special viewer events in the Diablo as well. Maybe we do PvP and also related events in the game as we get to the end game, and also help players to go through the dungeons.